Okay, this is solving problems using equations and inequalities. I do want you guys to recognize that we're going to be working with expressions which do have solutions, whereas last unit we did not. We're going to quickly go over these answers. A statement that contains these symbols is called an inequality. Properties that state that performing the same operation on both sides of an equation will keep the equation true are called properties of equality. Addition and subtraction have a inverse relationship because they can undo each other. Terms that have the same variables are called like terms. So we're going to do a few equations just kind of make ourselves get warmed up, those sorts of things. We're going to use properties to solve each equation for x. These are one-step problems. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to use the inverse of addition, and I'm going to subtract 9.8 from both sides. That makes this 0. That's the whole point of doing it, is to isolate the x by itself. I did not line that up very well, so I'm going to help me and help you by making it bigger. I'm going to subtract 9.8 from both sides, so this needs to be changed around. 12 minus 8 is 4, 13 minus 9 is 3, and I can't forget my decimal point. Now this one is the property for each equation. This is multiplication, in case you don't remember, there's a little multiplication. So the opposite of that, or the inverse of that, is 14. So I'm going to divide both sides by 14. I'm going to be lazy, I believe. I don't want to do all the work. I just want you to understand that this can be written as 91 over 14. That means 91 divided by 14. A fraction is just a division problem. Now this one is a 1/3, so I can multiply both sides. Nope, sorry, I said that wrong. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by 1/3. That eliminates the coefficient. You're left with x equals 24 divided by 1/3. Well, I know that dividing fractions just means I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Some people call it keep, change, flip, but it's the same thing. I'm multiplying by the reciprocal. So 24 times 3 is 72. So x equals 72. Now, this down here is what we've been doing, combining like terms. So the first thing that I need to do is rearrange them so that the variables are together. So 1/4 k, I moved, and then minus 2/3 k, I moved, plus 1/4 m, I moved, use the commutative, and 5/9 m. Now I cannot add these decimal or these fractions as they are because they all have different denominators. So I need to make, let's see, the 1/4 and the 2/3 have the same denominator. In order to do that, I'm going to do 1/4 times 3 over 3. This is a lot of work. And I'm going to do 2/3. It's missing the 4, so 2/3 times 4 over 4. Now the m's, they are missing each other again. So 1/4 is missing the 9. And 5/9 is missing the 4. Make sure that you don't forget your variables there. So when I multiply that out, I get 3 over 12k minus 8 over 12k plus 9 over 36m plus 20 over 36m. Phew. This side is easy to combine because they are the same. They're both positives. So that's 29 over 36m. But the side over here that I'm highlighting in yellow, notice one is positive and one is negative. So I have to go off to the side and subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. And since the 8 is bigger than the 3, my winning team is negative. So that's negative 5/12 K. This book gives us some that have real challenges to keep everything organized. I like it and hate it at the same time. So there's that one. Gonna give you a minute, push pause so that you guys can get it all copied down because the steps are important. All right, this one looks a little bit more like what I like. I'm going to combine like terms, negative 4b plus negative 4b. I moved them together. Plus 2w, move, plus 8w. I again did that so that my terms that are alike are together. Now when I look at these two, they are both negative, so they are the same. So I just add them and I keep the original sign. Same thing with 2w and 8w. They're both positive, so I just add them and keep the sign. Okay, number 10, I've got to move things again. I'm going to move the variables to the front, negative 5z, negative 4z, plus 6, plus 8, plus 1. Hopefully you can read my 6. Negative 5z and negative 4z means I have a total of 9 negative z's. And then 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. Those are the answers to number 10. Number 11 is writing an inequality that represents the situation. So let's think about it. A large box of golf balls has more than 12 balls. More than means it can be 13, 14, 15, 16. It cannot be 12. So my number on the number line has to be greater than 12. So that means greater than 12. So x has to be greater than 12. That's what inequality is. We're going to stop there for the moment, and then we may move on to the rest of the problems and introduction.